All right, good morning. Officially, welcome to welcome to Tuesday. Um, don't forget, of course, that tomorrow is your day off. So don't forget to sleep in. Do not set your alarm. Turn your alarms off now, or you will be very upset tomorrow morning. Um, yeah, so you get a day off tomorrow, and then we'll see you back here Thursday. We're going to have a quiz on Thursday, so don't forget that either. Um, so yesterday we started talking a little bit about, well, actually, hang on. Gender is really about who you are, okay? Who you are as a person, who you feel you are. But sexual identity or sexual orientation is who you desire as a partner, right? As a sexual or romantic partner. And again, you might present yourself to society as one sexual orientation or another, depending on how comfortable you feel and how safe it might be in your society to do that, right? Again, in my society, I'm a straight person, and it's very safe to present yourself that way, so I do, right? That's no problem. But some people are kind of less confident of presenting themselves as another sexual orientation. In some societies, it's not accepted. In some societies, it's not safe, right? And so people with kind of non-straight sexual orientations will pose as something else, right? They'll assume a sexual identity of a straight person, right? Because that's safe, right? But again, it's not the same as gender. So I said that, yeah. And so I use this little graphic just to try to drive home the fact that people are diverse, right? People are different. There's 7.5 billion people on the planet. All of them are unique, and they just don't perfectly fit into one box or the other, right? And so people have different gender identities, right? Sometimes they feel strongly like a man or strongly like a woman, or maybe somewhere in between, or maybe nowhere in between. Sometimes people express their gender differently. Sometimes they express themselves more masculinely or more femininely. People's biological sex is not one or the other either, right? There are people who are kind of floating in the middle, right? People can be sexually attracted to men or to women or to both or to neither. They can be sexually attracted to people just based on whether they have a close relationship with them. And sometimes who you're sexually attracted to is not necessarily who you're romantically attracted to. So again, there's lots of people out there who are sexually attracted to men and women, but they're only interested in having a kind of a romantic relationship with one of those genders, right? And again, it's not as common, right? I think the cisgender straight person is the most common thing, right? But there are lots of people who are different, right? Lots and lots and lots of people. And again, the more safe it is in your society to talk about these things and for people to express them, the more you're going to hear about it, right? But again, if it's not safe, if it's not accepted, if it's dangerous, then you won't hear about these things, right? People will keep it to themselves, right? Because it's safer. So that brought us to this assignment yesterday, where I gave you a scenario where an alien comes to Earth. The alien is going to study human beings, but the alien needs to blend in, right? And the alien can shapeshift into a human male or human female. That's no problem for the alien. It's very convincing. But the alien comes from a place where there's no gender. The alien doesn't understand how to perform its gender role. And so we had to teach it, okay? So I encouraged you, or I asked you to come up with a list of rules for one of the genders, male or female, okay? And what I'd like to do is just give you a few minutes to review your list, get back with the people you were talking with yesterday, go over your list, see if you can come up with anything more, and then we'll talk about it as a group, okay? And I'm very, very eager to see what you've come up with, okay? So just get back together, hash it out again, and then we'll start, okay? All right. Very eager.
you told me that. No, 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 no.
I don't want to say that. Strict. No, no, no. You got the wrong side. You can read it.
Yeah.
Something we don't read.
Really?
Yeah. That's my part. Like in Indonesia.
Let's do this. So, there are lots and lots of rules, right? And I assume that you have lots of rules for me, and it's going to be great and fun. But there's probably lots that we're even missing out on, right? Because performing your gender role is a complicated task, right? But fortunately, you've had years and years of socialization, and you kind of know how to do it, right? But so, am I correct in assuming that? So, did you three do rules for girls or for women? Okay. And David, did you do rules for guys? Yeah? Okay. Let's see, who should we start with? You want to start with the guys?
Ladies first.
Ladies first? Oh, there's a gender rule right there, right? Let ladies go first.
Got it.
Okay. Ladies first? All right, give me a rule there, ladies.
Dress rarely. Like
Okay.
with skirts, dresses, flowers,
Oh.
have long hair,
Okay.
perfume, so like not any kind of perfume, more like a fruity perfume, like a sweet one.
Okay, so hang on. So we've got, okay, so we dress girly, right? So skirts, dresses, flowery things, right? Long hair, feminine, perfume that smells kind of fruity or flowery kind of thing. Okay, good. What else should we do?
Put on makeup,
Makeup, okay. Makeup is important.
cooking, baking,
Ah.
family,
So the alien should know how to cook and how to bake and how to,
speak calmly, like not too loud.
okay, all right. What else?
Not to swear,
No swearing? Girls should not swear, okay.
wear polish nails,
Wear what?
polish nails, like
Oh yeah, like your nails,
Yeah.
right? Carefully manicure them and paint them. Okay.
show sensitivity,
Okay.
being emotional,
Wh-
sentimental.
Hang on one second. So show sensitivity. What do you mean?
Like, if you see the dog or a cat or a baby, like, oh, it's so cute, or so cute, that stuff. Like, show your emotions more.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can cry if you're a girl.
You can cry. Okay. So, yeah, let's talk about that for a second. So what kind of emotions should women show? Or are they allowed to? Or maybe I'll switch my question. Are there any that women shouldn't show or are encouraged not to? Maybe anger? Okay. Anything else?
I think they're allowed to show anger.
Ye-
In the situation.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
And
But
also swearing.
We'll-
Swearing, I think, is part of culture.
we'll talk about that. What else you got?
Wear jewelry,
Wear jewelry. Okay.
have a symmetrical face, being small,
Have a what?
symmetrical face,
Okay.
being small, like short.
Okay.
We like show a lot of importance to our friendships.
Oh, okay. So women are so you said symmetrical face and small. Okay. Do you mean like physically small or do you mean slim?
No, like really small.
Physically small. Okay. All right. So an importance on friendships, right? How should you interact with your friends as a woman? What kind of thing? What's that?
Like to a sister.
Like to a sister? Okay, so those friendships with your sort of girlfriends, those are very kind of intimate friendships, right? They're very close. Lots of stuff gets shared, right? Lots of support in them. Okay, what else?
Wear heels.
Heels, okay.
Always carry a bag,
All right, what kind of bag?
like a purse.
Like okay, not like a,
Yeah.
okay. And carry it like in the crook of your arm like this? If you want to be really glamorous.
Be less dominant.
Be less dominant?
Yes.
Eh.
Less dominant.
This is a gray area. Okay, what do you mean by less dominant, Anna?
guy is the one that goes to work and the wife stays at home. And
Okay.
to cook and clean and take care of kids.
Okay.
And the guy is the one that brings like money.
Right.
So he has like power.
Right. So the alien should probably know that there's kind of a traditional work-life balance thing going on here, right? Where women are traditionally they've been expected to be in the home and look after the home and the kids, and men were traditionally the ones that went out and earned the living, right? Even though that's not the way it is for everyone, and certainly times have changed, but that's the traditional arrangement, right? Arena, what were you thinking? You were kind of like, I don't know.
Hair wash schedule.
What's that?
Hair wash schedule.
Okay, a hair washing schedule? You need a hair washing schedule? Okay, man, being a woman is complicated. Okay, okay, what else?
Wear dresses for special occasions.
Okay, dresses for special occasions, good. What else?
Go to the washroom in groups.
Oh yeah. Okay, so if you're gonna go to the bathroom, you have to get a few of your girlfriends to join you to go. All right. This is a lot of. I should have been writing these down. There's a lot of rules. What else do we have?
Sit with the legs crossed and knees together.
Say again.
Sit with the legs crossed.
Oh, okay. So if you're gonna sit, then okay. So like this.
No, no.
Oh, like the knees together,
Yeah.
right?
How did you? You do it perfectly, though.
Yeah, I did it perfectly. Knees together. Okay. So no, right? No. Okay. Interesting. So knees together and maybe very like straight back kind of thing. What else? What?
That's all we have.
Say again?
That's all we have.
I didn't hear you.
That's all we have.
That's all you got? Okay. That's an excellent list. Now, I'll give you ladies the chance to respond here, but gentlemen, is there anything that you think that the girls missed? Are there any rules that you think are rules that maybe you see and they've just kind of missed saying?
No, long hair. No.
We got the long hair.
There's long hair already.
Yep.
Oh.
Got long hair.
I didn't hear that.
To dress well.
To be polite. Yeah, I think dress well. I think we've got a lot of dress rules, right? To be polite, right? To be nice, right? Expected to be nice. Okay, that's a good start. Well, it's a good start. That's a good set of rules. Gentlemen, what about if the alien is going to pose as a guy? What kind of rules does this alien need to observe?
To wear pants or shorts.
Okay, so wear pants or shorts. No dresses. I take it.
Yeah, no dresses. Jeans or t-shirt or shirt.
Okay.
Interested in female.
Okay. So to be a man, you have to be interested in females. Define interested.
Have an affection or something.
All right. I'm just kind of teasing you there. Yeah. Be interested in women. I just wanted you to squirm a little bit. I apologize. Okay.
Walk straight.
Walk straight.
Yeah, and
Do women walk in circles?
No.
Can you demonstrate?
You know catwalk.
Can you demonstrate what you mean? How do you walk straight?
Like what? Like this. But not like this.
Oh, is that how women walk? Is that how women walk? So men should walk not like this, right? Because that's I tried this with my fiance and I couldn't do it. She was like trying to get me to like do the catwalk and I physically could not do it. Can anyone catwalk here?
The girls can, of course.
They're shaking their head. Okay, but there's different ways of walking apparently, right? And
Yeah.
so men are kind of expected to walk in a particular way, kind of like straight.
Yeah.
If you're gonna walk like a woman, it's kind of more swingy, right?
Yeah.
If you're really into it, right? It's more of a catwalk thing versus just going somewhere to go somewhere. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. What else?
Being dominant.
Okay, define that, or what does that look like to be dominant? Because we did hear less dominant from this side. What is that? How does that show up?
Dominant as, like, let's say, for example, in a family, making the key decision.
Okay, so the man is expected to be kind of the head of the family and the one who kind of makes bigger decisions. Okay, what else does that dominance kind of look like? Yeah, like how else?
Maybe like protection or something.
Okay, so the man is supposed to be like a protector.
Yeah.
Okay.
Towards women.
Okay.
And yeah, protect them.
What about if you're not married? What if you're like kind of single? What if you're kind of dating or whatever you're doing? How should that dominance show up there?
Like even it's just there.
It's just there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's tricky about these gender roles, because we've internalized them so well that it's hard to actually think about what they are, right? Because we're just so used to how things are, right? We're so used to the right way, right, or the normal thing. Who should make the first move? The guy or the girl?
They say it's the guy, but I feel like it should be the girl.
You feel like it should? Okay.
Yeah.
I think we could probably agree that traditionally it's supposed to be the guy.
Yeah.
Supposed to. Why do you think it should be the girl?
Because I'm tired.
No, I agree. It's time for the girl.
Because you're tired?
Yeah.
Just like because you got up late, or you're tired of like asking girls out, or
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like now you should switch.
you should switch it up.
Yeah.
Women, what do you think about that? We should switch it up? Why not? Just let the guys do it? Yeah? All right, what else do we have?
Be manly.
Be manly? Okay, you have to define that. How does one be manly?
It goes like with the protection, like making decisions and
So there's that dominance thing, that protective
yeah.
thing. What else? What else is it to be manly? And girls,
Gentle.
be gentle?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got to be like kind of two things at the same time, right? You got to be gentle but also be tough, right? The protector. Hey, geese. What else?
Give flowers and stuff, but don't expect anything.
Okay. So you're giving these flowers to women, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. Not to your guy friends?
No.
Okay. Flowers to women, but don't expect anything in return.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? How else do we be men or act like men?
Grow a beard.
Right. Yeah. Grow a beard. Right. Beards are generally thought of as manly.
That's how alien is supposed to be.
The alien can do it. Yeah. The alien can shapeshift. They can look like anything. Yeah.
Maybe have an interest in sports.
Okay. So men should be interested in sports. Anything else men should be interested in?
They, no, not really.
Like probably cars or something.
Cars.
Yeah.
Okay. While we're on that topic, what should women be interested in? Maybe fashion. Okay. Maybe.
Men also interested in fashion, I think.
Yeah. Men are also interested in fashion. Right. Yeah. So that could go both ways.
Makeup.
What's that?
Makeup.
We got makeup. Yep.
So already.
Yep. For men, no.
Yeah,
No
not
makeup?
not interest, but like some men put makeup.
That's true. Yeah. Go back to the 70s and 80s. You'll see lots of that. What else?
Learn to give respect.
Ooh. Okay. Give me. Tell me more about this learning to give respect thing.
How do I learn? Maybe.
Like you're supposed to give respect to a woman,
Okay.
even though she's not respectful.
Okay. Give me a little bit more here. Give me a little bit more, just so I know what you're talking about.
He's experiencing it.
He's experienced.
No, relax.
Is this a personal situation you're describing?
Just to give respect to, like you can't put your hand on a woman.
Right. So there's, I think almost what you're describing is maybe like, well, okay, well let's leave it there, right? Is that women deserve to be respected, right? And men should respect women and not use their kind of physical power or strength against them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. What else?
That's it.
Okay. Chen, you said be hardworking.
I think I just put it in.
Okay, so men are
Maybe I can do that.
expected to work hard. Yes, they can, and certainly do. Ladies, is there anything that the guys missed that you think needs to go on this list? No? No? David, what do you think? Is there stuff on your... I know you were working with Mir and Crazio yesterday, but was there stuff on your list that these guys didn't cover? Right, right.
For example, like when I'm hungry,
Yeah.
woman is more like easier to express the expression and meanwhile like that like very that is very
Yeah. Right. Right. So there's women are kind of expected to express their emotions or most of their emotions, right? They're encouraged to, they're kind of allowed to, but men are kind of less encouraged to do that, right? And so I asked the women, what kind of emotions are women kind of not really supposed to express? But for men, what kind of emotions are men not supposed to express?
What kind of what?
What kind of emotions are men not really supposed to express?
Like sad emotions.
Okay, so we shouldn't be all sad and mopey.
Yeah, we're supposed to keep everybody happy even though we're sad from them.
Let's go.
Okay, we're supposed to keep everybody else happy even though we might be sad on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay. What other emotions should men not sort of publicly express?
Sad is embarrassing anyway.
What's that?
Sad is quite embarrassing.
Sad's quite embarrassing?
Express it in public, right?
Well, I mean, if it is, it is, right? The interesting thing is that it is, right? Because people get sad all the time, right? So guys should be, in public they shouldn't really be sad. Should they cry?
No.
No? At funerals, only at funerals and the Grand Canyon? That's it? Okay. Men are allowed to be strong though, right? Are men allowed to be angry?
Yeah.
You're at?
But not to be like
Right.
wasteful.
You need to control it at least.
You need to have some sort of control over it, okay? Unless you're Liam Neeson and somebody's taken your daughter, then you're like, I will find you. Okay. What else? What else are we missing from
Not to say how much you make.
not say how much you make?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it important how much you make though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So don't talk about how much money you make, but even though you don't talk about it, it is an important thing. Is it an important thing for women? Maybe personally it probably is, right? But in terms of society, is it important? Do women choose men for husbands and boyfriends? Do women choose men sometimes based on how much money they have?
It's like movie.
Doesn't happen? Okay. Sometimes? Yeah, sometimes. Do men choose women because of how much money they have? Some do. Some do. Okay. All right. So money is important to everybody, of course, right? What else are we missing here for guys or for girls? Anything that might have come up for us?
Risk taking.
What's that?
Risk taking.
Risk taking? What about it?
No,
Yeah, yeah. No, I like this. I like this. Men are supposed to be kind of risk takers, right? We're supposed to be kind of brave. We're supposed to do extreme sports sometimes, or we're kind of expected to do the goofy thing, right? There's that movie coming out, Jackass, right? And there's a bunch of movies before it. Jackass is all about that. It's a bunch of guys doing gutsy, risky, stupid things, right? That's what the whole franchise is about. That. What else? Anything else we missed?
Increased fears.
Okay. So ear piercings are generally, Avatej is kind of like, well, no. Definitely more common for women, right?
Yeah.
Less common for men, but is the intent the same? Do women pierce their ears for the same reason that men do? Why do women do it?
Sometimes boys and girls do it because it's normal.
Yeah, right. It's very common, right? Most women have their ears pierced. They can wear beautiful earrings, right? They can wear nice jewelry. Abtej, why'd you pierce your ear?
For fun.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
It wasn't like-
So if you don't mind my asking, and I know this is kind of personal, but yeah, like how does it make you feel to have it pierced? What does that kind of feel like? What are you trying to tell the world?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
I did it for myself.
Okay. Okay.
Not for anyone else.
Not for anyone else? Okay.
I think it's to be cool.
What, do you think it's cool?
I don't know, maybe.
You don't know, maybe?
What do you think?
Avatej doesn't matter? Doesn't matter if it's cool or not?
Yeah.
You think it's cool?
I like it.
Okay. All right. What about tattoos? Are tattoos more manly or more womanly, or are they both?
Oh, it's kind of bold.
Kind of more manly? Yeah, I think maybe a little bit, right? There's lots of women who have been inked as well, but yeah, I think it's still a little more of a guy thing, right? A little bit, not entirely. Let's see. What are the bathroom rules for guys? Girls are supposed to go in a group. Guys, what about when we go to the bathroom?
Go alone.
Go alone. Okay. Definitely do not go with a bunch of your guy friends into the bathroom. That would be weird, right? What about when you're in there? Is there any talking?
Usually
Yeah.
talking to someone.
What's that?
Yes, there is.
There is talking? Okay. Sometimes. Sometimes. What about if you have to choose a urinal? Which one do you choose?
The one at the end or far from someone else.
Right. So you choose the one at the end, or if somebody's already there, you choose the one that is furthest from someone else. Right? Yeah, you don't just like go up beside this person and start peeing, right? That's people are gonna look at you like, dude, what are you doing? Right? What else? Is there anything else? This is pretty good. This is pretty good.
I think it was color.
Color?
Color.
Okay, what about it?
Girls more like pink.
Ah.
Or maybe girly color.
Right. There are some girly colors, right? Pink is one of them. What kind of other colors are more girly or womanly? Yellow? Yeah. Purple, yeah, especially for little girls. Little girls love purple. Pink, purple, yellow, maybe softer colors, like pastel colors, often are. What about for men? What color? What are manly colors? Black.
Neon.
Neon.
I like neon.
In the 80s, you would have been perfect in the 80s, Chen. Everybody was wearing neon. Okay. So there's some colors, right, that women can wear, and men probably should not. Right? Anything else? Sure, we're just scratching the surface here. What about hair? Long hair, short hair, for guys?
I think short hair.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a mix, right? Probably most guys have short hair, shortish, right? Some guys can pull off the long hair. All right.
Fiction.
What?
Fiction movie.
Action movies?
Fiction.
Fiction movies? What about them?
I mean,
Hmm.
maybe for girls, they like. I don't know what you guys like.
What do you guys like?
I don't know. Should
Okay, so would you say that maybe men are sort of more commonly prefer like action adventure movies and books, and then women might prefer what? Nothing? The same thing? Exact same thing? Okay. All right. We've got a pretty good list here. So what I'll ask you to do here, what we'll do is we'll take a break. Okay. When we come back, I have the second part of this little assignment for you to do, and it's a little more, it's individual. So we've kind of done this as in groups, and we've done it as a big class, but then I'll give you something to do just for yourself, okay? And then I'll give you some time to work on that. All right? All right, that was good. Very interesting. Okay, people. So we did a good job of coming up with those rules, and I just thought I would share with you here. We don't need this. I have a list from a previous group, and I just thought I'd show you kind of what it looked like. So I don't know if you can read those, but a lot of them we kind of came up with, right? Let's see here. All right, sport. Oh, should men be jacked? Should they be muscular? Is that helpful? I don't know. Oh, be bad at cooking. So women are supposed to be good at it. Men are supposed to be bad at it. Interesting. Oh, smoke, but in a manly way. Right? What else? Deep voice. Is that important?
Yeah.
Deep voice. That's very manly. So there's that polite thing. There's beards, dark colors. Drink beer and whiskey. Is that a manly thing to do? Action movies. Don't be a girl. Basically. Yeah, it is interesting, right? The rules of manhood is like don't be such a woman, right? Bro stuff, fist bumping, calling each other bro, homie, or dog. Is that part of it?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and making the first move. Yeah, all right. Let's see here. Women. So shaving legs, removing all hair, not on head. High heels, dress, the legs crossed. Oh, watch out for yourself at night. Interesting. Clothing, listening and sharing opinions. There's caring and nurturing. There's no swearing. What about loud laughing? Are women allowed to laugh loudly?
Yeah.
I think so.
What? Not loud.
My fiance has a really loud laugh, and
Yeah.
she hey crazy, she has a really loud laugh, and it's like the best is when she's like when something really unexpected happens, like if we're watching TV and something unexpected happens, and she goes ha, and it just comes out of nowhere, like she can't stop it, which I love. I think it's really funny, but it's very loud. Elegant, soft speaking, cooking. Oh, independent, but not too independent. Interesting. Act in a shy way. Motherly vibes. Okay. Go to the bathroom in groups. Girlfriends, pink, emotional and sensitive. Check your appearance a lot. Look in the mirror. Don't be aggressive. There's the fingernail thing. So that's not bad, right? We got a lot of those. Some extra ones showed up. So here's the second part, okay? Here's the second part of this. So in Microsoft Teams, I've created an assignment for you, and it says act like a boy or a girl, that's what this whole thing is called. And you'll see it pop up in just a few seconds. And what I've given you is a Microsoft Word document in the assignment. And so you'll be able to go in there and type out your answers, okay? Let me there it is, just popped up. You'll be able to go in there and enter your answers. And so there's just a few steps or a few parts to this, okay? The first part we've already done. We've kind of done the creative thinking part. We've brainstormed. We've come up with all kinds of rules, either of how to be a boy or a man, or how to be a girl or a woman, okay? So in part one there, or step one, I want you to put those things that you came up with, okay? So I encourage you to type them out so that you can just copy and paste them right into here. Coolio? Easy peasy. Second one has to do with significance. So if this alien had to remember just 3 rules, Okay, if it remembers only 3 rules from what you tell it, what are the 3 most important ones for being a man or being a woman? Okay, 3 most important rules. But the more important part of this step 2 is the why. Okay, why are these 3 rules the most important ones? Okay, why should the alien remember these? Step 3 talks a little bit about perspective. And so we came up with a set of rules. A lot of the rules were similar to the ones I showed you on the board that was a previous class. But there was also probably differences, right? When we were working in our groups, some of our group members probably said things that were like, maybe, okay, but maybe we didn't entirely agree with it. Maybe people in the past, like I showed you, came up with different rules than you did. Why is that? Why did we generate different rules, or why did we disagree with other people on some of the rules? Not on all of them, but on some of them, okay? So think about perspective on that one. And the last one is cause and consequence. So again, we all live in a society in which we have gender roles, right? There are rules to being a man or being a woman. And for the most part, we're expected to follow them, right? And again, we can break some of them, right? I see a few young women before me and no one's wearing a flowery dress, right? You don't have to follow all of the rules all the time, right? And you can break some of them. For instance, I am not muscular or jacked. I don't watch any sports either, right? But I can kind of break some of the rules. But think about the kind of enforcement of some of these gender rules. What happens when they get broken, okay? And think about it in terms of, you can think about it in terms of your gender or in terms of the other gender or both, whatever kind of comes to you more clearly. But that's what I'd like you to do, okay? So there's kind of 4 steps or 4 questions, if you will. But the first one you've already done. You've done the brainstorming, you've done the rules. Just copy and paste them right in there. And then you can proceed to answer the other 3 questions, okay? Think about what we've talked about in the course so far with culture and socialization and beliefs and norms and how we kind of encourage people to follow the rules. Think about all that stuff when you're answering, okay? Is that all right? Does that make sense? Everybody's already into it, I think. Okay. So I'll give you some time to work on this. I've made it due tomorrow at midnight, which I think is enough time. But I also know we have a quiz. We have a quiz on Thursday, but still, I think there's enough time to get this done by tomorrow night, okay? So I'll leave you for the rest of the class. You can work on this. If you have questions, you can ask me, of course. But I'll just turn you loose to do that, okay? Okay.
Those top 3 rules, do you need to explain it?
Explain.